It's high time that I actually involve you guys in what's going on with the coffee table. So, yeah, some stuff has happened. I hope you guys can tell already. You might not be able to see all the differences. I'm not doing a spot the difference, there's no copy image here. But I'm just doing this quickly because soon this is going to change again, and by then it will look very different. And, well, I want to show you guys the steps. I am currently dividing the YouTube channel into multiple channels, and that's going to be separated into what gets made and what gets played. Now, with that, I'm going to start showing me make things instead of just show and tell. Show and tell has been fine and all, but I'm sure that plenty of people want to see something get made. And I've recently purchased a 4K camera that can be on stands and give you good imagery of what I'm doing. Now, I would love to do that. I'm just going to learn up about that, and I'm going to put all the videos of me actually making this kind of stuff on the other channel. Now, the one you've currently got access to, I'm sure that everyone that... Man, I've got like 23 subscribers. That's already like way more than I expect at this point, you know? Barely doing anything on the internet, and then that's happened. So, I've decided to make it easier for everyone that's going to join in later, and for all the things I'm going to put up later, so I don't have to move a huge amount of stuff. So, I'm splitting it now. And the channel that's going to be about making stuff, the way I feel when I've done it, is that I've edited reality itself, because there was not a table, and now there is. There was not this knot in the middle, and now there is. That's how I feel. It's a deep-rooted feeling of joy, as if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, I didn't exactly get taught to do any of this, so yeah. Since last time, I've put in wood filler in here to make it look like these were kind of attached in a factory or at the place where it was manufactured, which it kind of is. I'm making it. I'm manufacturing it, so yeah. I just didn't like the dark line in between the two pieces of the table, so I put that wood filler in. And I did the same with the knot. This knot, if you remember, was actually made out of the pieces that I cut out of the middle before I stuck the top and the bottom together. And since then, I've really gone for it. Yeah, I can see bits that aren't good. But at the end of the day, this is chipboard. This was horrendous to actually make into anything, because the resin they used to hold the chips together, or the glue, whatever you want to call it, was actually really hard in comparison to wood. So everything I was using was finding it hard. And for those of you who actually do use Dremels on uneven surfaces and things that have different hardnesses throughout the material, you'll find if you try and sand or Dremel or shape something that has different hardnesses through the material, say it's made of chip, where some parts are thinner chips and some parts are thicker chips, and there's more wood in this bit and more resin in that bit, you'll find it a lot harder to actually shape. So I did this, and I was like, you know what, that will do. Why? Because all of the damage will get reduced in visual. Because all of this, it looks very dry, very matte finish right now. But it will gloss up, because I'm going to have resin on the whole thing. What resin tends to do is, well, what I'm going to do really is I'm going to fill this bit around the knot and inside the knot with one colour of resin to hide the bottom and the bottom edge. I've also filled in around here so you can't see any of the chipboard, because it would otherwise look like that, you know? So I decided that was a good idea. I sanded it down, but I'm going to have to do it again around the top edge. But this is going to be full of a coloured resin until you get to like the chamfer, like the part where it comes down at the edge, and then it will be clear, so you can see the knot and it will have some depth to it that way. And then when it's done, and this is filled in, and this is slightly lower than this to help that, I'm going to cover the whole thing in heat-resistant resin, so that you can put your mugs on there and all sorts of things on there, and your plates and all the rest of it, and you won't get heat rings from the your crockery, your plates, your mugs, putting the heat down into the surface and doing damage to the plastic. Because it is chipboard, it was. It was a bookcase. It's reclaimed materials. I mean, even that was even the legs were sticks I found on the ground, remember? So, yeah, this is where it's at, and that's what's going to happen to it. Except, I'm going to try and take video of what's going to happen to it going forwards as I'm doing it, if I can, and with other projects especially. And people are going to miss out unless they go to the new channel. So regarding making stuff, I'm going from this channel, which is Benjamin Builds and Games, and I'm going to take the building and I'm going to put it into a YouTube channel called Editing Reality. And the gaming is going to go directly to a channel I'm going to call Tashcar, because that reminds me of kind of like a warrior's name, like maybe a mythical legendary creature. And some games it will be Tashcar the Destroyer, Tashcar the Conqueror, Tashcar the Protector. You know, the beast from the forest who actually wasn't a beast at all, but all along was just protecting the village. You know, that kind of being, that kind of entity. And I'm going to try and play as that kind of content. That way I'm less dry when I'm actually filming me doing stuff, and I'll be a little bit more ambitious in my wording in that gameplay. But yeah, with making stuff, it will be Editing Reality. I'll put the link in this description. This is the table as is. That's glued in now. Only forwards from here. I really hope I get in a bit for this, because it's been a while. I've been doing a bit of work on this, a bit of work on something else, a bit of work on something else, and I've been doing other stuff as well. But I hope this actually was worth it. And if I don't get it sold off sooner rather than later, Jason's going to want to keep it. I mean, I did say at the beginning it was a joint venture. He might just decide he wants to keep it. We'll see. Thing is though, with the knot, I know I can do better if I just started again and used a different material, but it makes sense to use all reclaimed material instead of anything purchased that I'm going to, you know, do from here. But this bit's darker, and that bit's brighter, and that bit's darker, and that bit's brighter. So I decided to juxtapose it by reversing the inside darkness. You'll see it a lot more when the glossy finish comes out, because this is all matted finish from the sanding, taking off all the gloss on the plastic. It will look really quite pretty when it's done. But yeah, just thought I'd show you guys where it's at and what's going on, and tell you guys what's going on with videos. I will try and do show and tell throughout the whole of this project, but before long I will be removing all building videos or show and tell videos from Benjamin Builds and Games entirely and putting them all onto Editing Reality. So, yeah, letting you guys know. Thank you all. Thank you for subscribing. Please move over. And if you wish, feel free to unsubscribe to the other channel. I'm not going to be using it for building stuff anymore. Just the gaming until I move that over to Tashcar. Thank you very much, guys. Hope you enjoy this. And I really hope and look forward to seeing you guys enjoy what I build. Some of the stuff I build in the Editing Reality video will be fun stuff that you guys can build with stuff around the house. And some stuff will be like this. Maybe more. And it will get better and better as time goes on, because I'm just going to get more and more ambitious. And, I mean, why would it get worse? Unless, I don't know, I get ill or something. Please, Lord, no. Anyway, yeah, this is where I'm at. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, go to Editing Reality and not Benjamin Builds. I've got a lot of the videos that I've already done moving over. I'm going to make them all public before long, so you'll be able to see the same content on the other channel. Thank you very much. Bye, guys.